questions.
Have you ever had a team play like that well throughout a whole 40-minute game like that?
I don't think I've ever had a team with thinking going into the game you could lose the game. You know, this Nevada team went to Vegas and won at UNLV, so that's the talent that they have. So we've won like this margin before against Division III schools and what have you, but I've never got into a game, you know, saying this, you know, we're gonna have to play really good to win and then have this happen. I mean, it's, where were these against Wyoming? You know, I mean, where were these baskets? But our guys responded well with JJ being absent, and so I haven't, to answer your question, but we're gonna, you know, have to put it behind us quick and bounce back and go against San Jose State. But we got a good team. I think it showed that we've got good. You know, some would say, why did you not start John or Jan and start Carlton? Well, I think those guys. My point is, it just shows you that we have three guys, including Fred, and one in the stands, four that can really shoot. So the way we play, we've proven we can beat anybody on a given night. I think our upside's huge. So, you know, we just move on.
But you've talked a lot about how good this team can be, even when you're winning 14 straight, how much better you can be. Is this kind of an indication of what they can become?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to end too soon, wherever it takes us. And we'll get better every day, every week, and pretty soon it'll be over. But sometimes it won't show up on the scoreboard. You'll say, well, I thought you were getting better and you lost at wherever. You know, you lost at San Diego State, but I thought you were getting better. Well, you know, we will, and we are, and we will continue to. But when you think about getting JJ back, Stan's still not healthy. Teal's still not healthy. Marcus certainly isn't healthy. I mean, we had to strap him up. I mean, he had to really gut check just to play because of bodies. Daniel's still sick. When we get through this week, we've got to finish it off, and it's not going to be easy. Ask Larry Shyatt. I mean, they barely won at San Jose State. Then we'll have a few days to rest and more time to practice. I think we can really start getting better now. Well, you said that, Larry, a week ago, and now we're sitting here, you lost to San Diego State. Well, that can happen. But I know I'm answering and talking a long time, but we can get better, and the win-loss may not indicate that. We got a lot of room for improvement, probably as much upside as anybody in this league, because we can get healthy again, and got guys that can get better.
Seemed like an extended conversation after the game between you and Coach Carter. Did he feel like you guys were pouring it on a little bit, or?
No, he's a good friend, and I told John just to back it up and hold the ball until the shot clock, and then he stole it and he went. And I mean, we had our 5 players in there that were eligible to play that had have the least impact on winning. I mean, our best players were on the bench, and you know, no, he was amazed at how well we shot it. Yeah, I wouldn't have ran the ball if I was Urban Meyer on the 3-yard line. I would have taken a knee and bowed out gracefully, but I would never try to do that. Coach is a great coach, and just caught a team that I've never had before do something like that.
Considering how poorly your team shot last time they played here, was this the kind of intensity, especially defensively early, that you wanted out of them?
Yeah, you know, we just couldn't. We said the key is giving them one shot, and guess what? They have 10 offensive rebounds in, you know, the first 5 minutes, I think. So this West, there's nobody like him in the league. He's so unique. He had 7 offensive rebounds at half. But I thought we kind of wore him down and ended up getting consistent defense and consistent rebounding, which we kind of got lucky at the beginning of the game. They just missed some easy shots.
Was this just a sense of everybody knowing they had to be more focused with JJ out, and then it just kind of coming together?
You know, I think, you know, you look great when you make shots, and it started just, these are one of the games you can't explain, and we've had, you know, we probably have a game ahead of us that will go the other way that you just can't explain. There's just a few games you can't explain, and almost every time I can't explain why we lost by 30. Like, Krzyzewski must be going, what happened at home, right? Didn't they lose to Miami? Get plowed? He's got to be going, it's just a game you got to toss out and can't explain. Well, this is this game that I've never been on the other end of that we just got to toss out. You really can't explain how well we shot it and get back focused. So I don't know if that answers your question or not, but we got to have some urgency to get right back to who we are.
Did you need something like this though right now?
No, what was wrong with us?
Well,
mean,
just
everybody's
you've had
acting
some
like-
tough games.
We've lost at the pit, and we lost to a top 25 team. I really don't get like that right there. What's wrong? I mean, is this what you needed? We just beat Air Force without Daniel Bejarano. I don't get not a bad attitude. I'm not saying that at all, but I mean, we didn't need anything. We've been fine. I mean, we've stubbed our toe at the pit, and then we're going to stub our toe again. But this team is remarkable. Our group. What have they not done? They won the Alaskan Shootout. They beat Colorado. They just broke them out in West Record. The game before beat Air Force at Air Force, which is not easy to do. So there's nothing wrong except for, we got beat at home against a top 25 team. We've lost at the pit. And we'll have some other tough losses. Just anxious to see how far we can take this team. If we
Anything
stay
else?
healthy. Yeah.
Getting extended minutes tonight with smaller lineups and JJ not available, does that give you something now to think about going forward as far as how to exploit that in these smaller chunks of the game when you aren't playing with them?
Well, I've always loved, our best team we ever had was, you've heard me say this a million times, Matt. Kelly was 6'6", 6'3", 6'1", 6'1", 6'1". And we were the best team in the country. Lost to Michigan in a home job, Michigan State in the Elite Eight, and then they cakewalked in the Final Four. So I think size is a little bit overrated, but one of the guys was the fourth pick in the draft, one was the 22nd pick in the draft, Jamal Tinsley. So I think small is good sometimes. I think size is overrated unless you're. So I just think it's not necessarily the height of them, but it gives you something to look at. We're pretty deep, and it makes you think that you want to just recruit only shooters, because shooters kind of change the game. So yeah, we got all kinds of different ways to look, and I think it's an eye opener to the guys that didn't play, Daniel and JJ. I mean, we can win. We can. We got a lot of tools to go to. Does that make sense?
Was it too much? Could you guys have held off, or were you just playing your game?
We were just playing our game. We were trying to make up the slack for JJ not being there. I think that gave us more energy and it gave us the opportunity to play like that.
Was that a conscious effort by you guys, Fred and John, to score tonight, try to help carry the load out?
Nah. I just went out there and played my game. It felt good being able to finally get to showcase my talents. But I don't think we went out there with the mindset that we was trying to score or we was trying to make up for the scoring of Jay. We just went out there, played hard, and I think it came with that.
Have you guys ever been personally involved in a game that was this? You guys were that much control the entire time?
Not in college.
No.
Yeah, not in college.
You say she breaks the game up into 4-minute increments, is that right?
4-minute games, yeah.
4-minute games. Does that kind of explain the outcome? Is that you guys don't look at the score, you just
Yeah.
play those 4-minute games?
We try to win every 4-minute game. So even if we're, up by a lot of points like we were this game, coach will be like, we'll tell Willie to keep track of the amount of points we have in that 4-minute game. We try to win that game as well.
Can't imagine you lost those 4 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
We lost a few, but
Actually, yeah, we lost the first 4 minutes of the second half. Yeah, I think it was 8-6.
Was that shooting contagious tonight, you think? I mean, see if you're
Man.
going in, they just...
we've been getting in the gym lately, so that's a big part of it. Like I said, when we lost to Wyoming, our shooting is gonna come back. We're not gonna miss forever. We shooters. We make some. So tonight, just It was good.
You guys got 51 off the bench. I mean, for you, you were a big part of that. How big is that going forward to have that kind of production off the bench?
Well, for me, I mean, I think that it gives Coach a lot of confidence in us. He can put us in when we need some scoring or we need some energy. So I think that us doing that tonight just really helped us overall as far as team together and trusting one another.
You guys need a game like this where the offense started to come back against the Air Force, but then defensively they were able to get back. And like this one, it was everything. It was offense, it was defense, it was free throws.
I think this is the first time we've put two halves together. So to just showing that we can do that and holding ourselves to that standard, I think that's really good for our team.
I would say that, I think this is the first time that we've played what Coach calls the board. We played the board right, and we also shot the ball very well. And as you can see, when we do that, it's almost staggering the numbers that we put up, and the numbers that the opponents get.
How important was it to have a game like this after last time you guys played on this floor, lost to a rival Miami? You guys really didn't play that well.
I mean, we're just frustrated because first of all we lost against Wyoming home, and we're not supposed to lose at home. So we just got our anger out of us, and just we played their game the right way.
I think it was good for us to not necessarily to score. I don't think we're really concerned with the score, beating them by 40 or 50 or however much. But more so that it shows us that we can do that. We can have nights where we can shoot the ball well and play great defense, which is what we tried to display tonight, and we did.
This is just kind of everything clicking for you guys.
Yeah.
Offense, defense,
Yeah.
rebounding, shooting.
Yeah, yes, sir.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I think this is the first game that we've, like I said, put 2 and 2 together. Playing the board well. I think we had less than 50 breakdowns on the board the first half, and also being able to shoot the ball real well. Gion shooting the ball real well.
I feel like they not almost gave up, but you almost just broke their will there with how fast you guys started.
Yeah, I think so. We saw against Air Force that we can't. We had a big lead, then we just lost it like that. So our focus in halftime was that we're going to go out and we're going to step on them instead of letting them come back in the game. We're going to impose our will on them.
In that way, is this a game that you can look forward or look back to as what happens when you play a complete game?
Yeah, definitely.
John, just how big was that pass and dunk right before halftime?
Oh yeah, that was a huge play. Marcus is actually playing through an ankle injury. He's being really tough, and that was a big play for him to show that we can use him even though he's not 100%.
Just what did that kind of do for you guys going in the locker room? They already had a huge lead, and then to just kind of add that momentum on it.
Yeah, more momentum. It brought us into the second half, and it just energized us, and we had something to look forward to going into the next half.